Nepal in July 2026, what you should be expecting in terms of the weather, the road condition, and the overall monsoon that is going to be expected in the month of July. Now, if you are someone who's planning to travel to Nepal in July, before you book your tickets, here's what the monsoon season is really like. And in this video, we'll be going through the good, the bad, and the ugly side of Nepal in the month of July. First up is the weather. So now you can expect it to range anywhere between, I would say the daytime would be anywhere between 22 to 28 degrees. Places like Pokhara will be cooler than places like Kathmandu, which is in the valley region. The nights will be nice and pleasant, where the temperature will range from anywhere between, I would say, 15 degrees to 20 degrees. Again, Pokhara will be much cooler, but Pokhara is also the place which will experience the most amount of rainfall. Kathmandu Valley will also get a good share of rainfall, but it is still far better to visit Kathmandu in the month of July compared to, I would say, Pokhara, because Pokhara, when it starts to rain, it can rain continuously for even up to 9 to 10 hours non-stop without any break, and this rain is intense. Now, the first thing is the mountains, the views are unpredictable regardless of where you're going. Even if you're going all the way to Gandruk, or you're going to maybe to see the view of Everest from Kathmandu, it is hit and miss because of the monsoon. Means there's plenty of cloud cover and there's a mist in the air which will prevent you from getting a good view of the mountains. Then everything in Nepal turns lush greenery in the month of July. So no matter where you're going, there's going to be plenty of greenery, and that's really the actual beauty of Nepal in the month of July. Make sure that you are traveling to Nepal in July for a minimum, I would say, of 4 nights, 5 days. And in 4 nights, 5 days, also do not be over optimistic of the places that you can visit. Be realistic, because everything, even though is accessible, the travel time will be longer, especially when you're going from one city to another. It can take you longer than what it will show you on Google Maps, because you'll have to drive slower because of the road condition. Now, most of the roads in Nepal are very well made now. Even the roads which are bad earlier have been well done, so you wouldn't really be stuck in landslides, but the low visibility will cause problems. If you're planning on traveling from one Nepali city to another with a airplane, then that's going to be a very big risk, because most of the flights get cancelled because of bad weather. You will get an extremely good deal, because in the monsoon nobody really relies on the airplanes for the journey between even Kathmandu to Pokhara. It is unreliable because of the heavy rains. Now, when it comes to trekking, that could be a real big challenge, because it gets muddy, it gets slippery, and there are plenty of leeches in this region which can actually affect your entire schedule and your way of traveling around Nepal. Roads, even though they are slow, the road condition, like I said, has improved. So the threat of landslides has really gone down by maybe by maybe 80% lesser chances of landslides. Just one very important advice is, do not drive after dark in Nepal. Plan your journey by starting in the morning by around 6 o'clock, so that you can reach from one place to another place before sunset. Driving in the dark in Nepal is a really, really big risk, because there is no street lights, and if by chance there is a landslide or it starts to rain heavy, you might end up getting stranded. And even worse, if your vehicle has a breakdown, it would be really, really bad for you. Now, what is the positive of traveling to Nepal in July? It's very few tourists that will be there, and the tourists who are coming to Nepal are also the slow travelers, so you're not going to find a lot of crowd at the tourist sites. Along with this, even the accommodation will be really affordable. You'll even get a 3-star hotel in Nepal for maybe half the cost of what it would be during the winter or summer months. Hence, in July, Nepal is ideally for people who want to come for a second time visit. For a first time person, I would say come during the dry season first, because if you end up coming to Nepal in the month of July, you might just end up hating the place because of the rain. Nevertheless, if you've already booked your tickets and you've made your plans to come to Nepal in July, remember that the food is the reason that you should visit Nepal. Nepal has an excellent variety of cuisines, from their local cuisine to Western food and even Indian cuisine. You'll find plenty of eating options. A must have is the momos, and I would say the buff noodles, because that's legendary in Nepal. No matter where you go, most of the Local run restaurants will serve you buff noodles, which is a delicacy in Nepal. It goes very well with the Barasinga beer. Try it out if you are a buff eater and you are into beer. Above this, what are the places that you can visit? You can visit Kathmandu, you can go to Pokhara, you can go to Chitwan. Even though it rains, Chitwan National Park, the buffer areas is accessible. You cannot go too deep into the forest, but definitely the buffer areas is accessible. Along with this, you can also visit Lumbini, which is the birthplace of Lord Buddha, which is a place which is very close to India, so you're not going to get a lot of rain over there. Now, Nepal, when it comes to standard of living, it is not a very costly place. You can get along maybe in dollar. I would say $50 a day is more than enough for you to live a good, comfortable day in Nepal with your accommodation, your food, your sightseeing. Everything can easily be covered in $50. That is for a solo traveler. And when I'm saying $50, I'm saying it's equivalent to roughly around 4,500 Indian rupees. This is more than enough for you to live a comfortable three-star accommodation, to have wholesome meals in Nepal. Because regardless of what you decide, the food in Nepal, if you're going to be trying out the pizzas, the steak, the lasagnas, that's costly, because that will cost you anywhere between 1,500 to 2,000 Nepali for a dish, along with beer, which in a proper restaurant will cost you anywhere between 700 to 1,500 Nepali rupees. So you end up spending more. Also, keep in mind that Nepal is one country where the local shops will charge you more than MRP, because this is a done thing. Even for packaged water, which is priced at 25 Nepali rupees, they'll end up charging you 30 to 40 rupees. For a bottle of Coca-Cola, which is usually priced at 30 MRP, they will charge you around 70 to 80 rupees. And this is a common thing, no matter where you go in Nepal, all of them will do the same. They'll charge you extra. The only way around this is to go to a supermarket where they will stick to what the maximum retail price is. The best SIM card network in Nepal for the monsoons is Ncell. Ncell has a very good network around. You'll get excellent 4G, and now they have a unlimited plan which will cost you around 300 to 400 rupees, which will last you for 7 days, and the internet is unlimited around 25 GB, which is more than enough for you to get through the entire 1 week of your stay in Nepal. Just that in this you'll get regular data. You will not get any local callings now minutes. For that, you'll have to recharge again. Accommodation in Nepal shouldn't cost you more than, I would say, anywhere between 1,500 to 3,000 Nepali for a budget room. A three-star will cost you around 3 to 5,000 Nepali rupees, because in the monsoon months, like I mentioned, the accommodation gets really affordable. Over and above this, the one thing that you need to remember is that when you're traveling in Nepal, you need to have time in the month of July so that you do not miss out anything, because there might be certain days where you'll just be stuck up in your hotel room because of the excessive rainfall. Hence, plan accordingly. My ideal suggestion would be plan for minimum 6 nights, 7 days, and do not overcramp your entire blueprint. Keep it relaxed, keep it, I would say, feasible, so that you're not running from one place to another. And if you do not have your rain gear, do not worry. You can go to Nepal and you'll get excellent North Face first copy and original gear for, with terms of jackets and raincoats from Nepal, which will cost you anywhere between 1,000 to 3,000 Nepali, depending on the quality that you're looking for. You'll find this both in Pokhara and in Kathmandu. Now, if you're someone who's planning a trip to Nepal in the month of July, we do have trips happening, both scheduled fixed dated trips and private trips. You can click on the link in the description, go straight to our website, read all the details, and then you can either book directly from our website, or you can WhatsApp our sales team, who will guide you through the booking process. If you have any queries related to your own travel to Nepal, please do not message us. Leave a comment below this video, and our team will be more than happy to reply to your comment. Or if it is a question which most people have, then we'll make a video for the same, so that it becomes easier for you. Over and above this, if you have any doubts, you can always go to our website, which is also, the link is in the description, where you'll get all the details and plenty of blogs that you can read about Nepal, so that you can go systematically and carefully about planning your trip for Nepal. Now, till our next video for Nepal, stay safe, stay happy, and stay blessed.